Most of the advice you see on YouTube on how to get women to chase you sounds really good in theory, but it always leads to the same problem when men try to implement it. It makes them seem try-hard. And nothing kills attraction faster than a guy who comes across as try-hard. So rather than telling you what you can do to make women chase you, I'm going to share with you the 5 biggest mistakes guys make that have the opposite effect, i.e. that will turn women off. Now what you'll see throughout these 5 mistakes is that they have one common thread, and that is that nothing kills attraction more than a man who is trying to build attraction. When women can feel that you're trying, that you want something, that feels like neediness. It's a need, you needing something from them, and it's inherently going to fail. Instead, women want to chase a guy who knows who he is, who knows what he wants, who's on a mission, who's got a purpose, and who's got the drive to make things happen that he wants to have in his life. That's the kind of man that women want to chase. That takes me straight to the first mistake. And I mentioned initially that all of the 5 mistakes we're going to talk about have one thing in common, and that is that they all kind of stem from guys being too try-hard. Now, all of these 5 mistakes are expressions of guys being too try-hard, but the first one and the biggest one is just visibly being try-hard. That's something that you can see every single day when you go into the city, when you walk around, when you go into a nightclub, even when you open social media and you just scroll a bit. You will see guys that are just trying a little too hard to be cool. They need you to see that they're cool. They need you to see that they're successful. What you want to come across as people should sense that you're successful, that you're grounded, that you're masculine, that you go to the gym, but that should just look like that's just how it is. It should never come across as you needing people's validation, as you needing people to see that in you. It should just be a part of who you are. And I'll make that a bit more specific with the second mistake that guys make, which is putting too much emphasis on fashion and fitness. Now, don't get me wrong. Fashion and fitness is a massively important part if you want to win on the dating market. And nowadays, it's also a very easy part to nail down your fashion. The fitness part is not so easy because it just takes time. But here's the thing, what you see, especially when you scroll on Instagram, you will see a lot of guys that are a little too big, right? Their clothes are a little too tight, and you get this feeling that they need you to notice that they're in the best shape possible. That is not how the female gaze work. That is not what women find attractive. Women look at completely different things from us guys. Us guys, we look at guys like Andrew Tate, and we're like, damn, that guy is in amazing shape, and he has this cool car, he's kickboxing, what a cool guy. But women don't think like that. They are attracted to aesthetics, to things that make them feel something. When you go look at, just Google it right now, most attractive men 2026, most of them are not these hyper-masculine men that are massive like Wes Watson. That's something that a very select few women are into, these hyper-masculine men. Most women are into a guy that almost looks a little bit feminine, that dresses almost a little bit over the top, definitely not super tight. So nailing down the fashion game and nailing down the fitness game is actually easier than you think, because fitness, yes, you will have to go to the gym if you want to become the best version of yourself, if you want to get in great shape. But what you really need to do is lean max, just get to 10% body fat. That is going to do so much more for you than becoming that ultra bulky guy that's on steroids. Same with fashion. It's so easy to have decent fashion nowadays. You can even just go to Zara and buy a few of their standard clothes, just to make sure that they don't fit too tight. Take one of your female friends, or ask one of the people that work there, go there on a weekday when it's not so busy, ask them for advice, and then dress in just these clothes that women like. That's actually how easy it can be. The third mistake guys make, and that is something that especially very successful guys tend to do, is they make the women that they meet the center of everything. They kind of want to have a woman that they bring into their life who now is the most important thing. And I remember going to a birthday party of a friend who invited all of his friends and his family to that party just to introduce his new girlfriend that he'd been dating for a month, where he was like, hey, this is my new girl and she's the most important thing in my life. And I get it, right? Us guys, we want to have a girl in our life that we can care for, that we can cherish, that we can do cool things with, that we can surprise, right? We want that. And that's a beautiful thing, but it should never be the main thing in your life. A woman wants a man who is on a mission, who got his life together, who has drive outside of her, and she wants to be a part of that life, right? She doesn't want to be your life. And only once you have that life and you're striving for more, the woman can actually try to chase you come on board with that and follow you and try to almost like catch you, right? She wants you. She wants to feel like she's made a catch. She's got a catch that she can show off to her friends. Mistake number 4, and that's a trap that I fall into myself and I see many guys, especially in the professional field, fall into, that is that we're too composed. The truth is, composure is super attractive and it's super important, but composure is just the foundation. What you want is aliveness. So composure is the base. Being a composed man who's got his emotions in check, who doesn't get angry for no reason, who doesn't get upset for no reason, doesn't start crying for whatever, that's great. But being able to show a bit of aliveness, bring a little emotion out of yourself, it's absolute key in man to women interaction, because if you can bring out your own aliveness, if you can bring out your own emotions, that will trigger emotions in her. There's this thing called the law of state transfer. Whatever you feel, the person in front of you will tend to feel as well. So if you can hype yourself up, if you can get into a great emotional state, the other person will usually feel that off of you as well. And that is extremely magnetic, almost to the point of people getting obsessed with someone who is feeling very alive and who is great at feeling emotions himself. And the 5th mistake I see guys make is that they are not clear on what they want. And when you're not clear on what you want with women, that means that any woman that comes your way is good enough. And women want to feel like they're special. They want to feel like you've got this list of things that matter to you. There's only a select few of women that can fulfill these requirements, and they're part of that special club. So if you're taking anybody, then what does it say about them? It doesn't make them feel special. On the flip side, if you have this list of things that you're looking for, if you know exactly what you want, women will feel that off of you. They will feel that you're actually screening them, that you're considering whether they're even good enough for you, right? That is the energy. So they all of a sudden have to make sure that they're good enough for you. They maybe even have to prove themselves a bit. They have to make sure that they tick your boxes if they want you. And you're not just gonna take anybody. That's why it's so powerful to get very clear on what you want in dating. Now, fixing these 5 mistakes is not a guarantee that women will chase you. Let's not kid ourselves. But ridding yourself of these mistakes is going to set the ground for having a much better dating life, for having a more grounded personality. If you want help with this, there's a link to my calendar down below. Book a call with me. Let's have a chat. Let's see where you're at. Let's see what your goal is. And let's figure out if I can help you get there faster. Other than that, I'll see you in one of my next videos.